Hey guys, welcome back to Where in the World is Carmen San Diego? That cup is empty.
Agent Second Class Shadow Hawkins reporting.
Okay, Agent.
I really admire the Egyptians' irrigation systems. It's so cool how they managed to get water from the Nile to flow into the desert for farming.
Well, the Nile is the longest river in the world. But even with all that water, Egypt still has to import
Let me just...
thirds of its food supply.
These symbols kind of look like they might mean something.
I think you're right about that. We'll come back if we find any clues as to what they are.
She sure didn't want to talk to us. I wonder what kind of funny business she was up to. I smell a rat.
I think you smell the remains of that taco you stuffed in your pocket in Mexico. Chief, what do you think?
About the food smell or the suspicious woman? I'll put out an alert on a suspected vial agent hanging out near the Sphinx. We'll see if we can track her. Meanwhile, check out the area. We've got to figure out what Carmen San Diego's plans are. Chief signing off.
Nice jewelry, but it doesn't look like it was made around here.
Let's use my trusty Watson Clue Analyzer. That should tell us where it came from.
If you insist.
An Indian earring. And just what I thought, Carmen San Diego's fingerprints are all over it.
It comes from around Agra, near the Taj Mahal. Well, 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 she's been back there again. Buenos Aires, huh? We should keep this card in that clue storage of yours.
It's good. It's
Spain.
India first.
India awaits, and I'm ready. I'll use every procedure in the book till I find Carmen San Diego. I know she's there. I've got a gut feeling.
Well, I've got a gut feeling too. But I think it's the airline food.
When we've searched this area for signs of the Egyptian Senate table, I want to get back to New Delhi.
Why? The capital of a country isn't the only cool place to hang. I'd rather visit Mumbai, which was called Bombay the last time I was here. You know, Bollywood.
Bollywood?
Yeah, they call it that because of all the movies made there.
Oh my goodness, it's you two again. The secret spy agents, right? I've been keeping my eyes peeled since you left. For suspicious persons, you know. I have very helpful information for you.
Really? Well, great.
That tall lady in red you mentioned before, I have seen her. Yesterday, I was very sneaky. She dropped a piece of paper and I got it right here. She did not suspect a thing.
Thank you so much. I think you'll make a great secret agent someday.
I do not have anything else for you, but I will be keeping my eyes peeled.
But what is this thing? Some sort of instructions?
Was it? Argentina.
Quick, Jules, what's the capital of Argentina?
Buenos Aires.
I thought you might know that.
Then why'd you ask?
We have to talk about something, don't we?
Look, Pampas.
Who are you calling Pampas? Oh, you mean Pampas, Argentina's grasslands.
Exactly. And cowboys down here are called gauchos.
I knew that too, of course.
Well, hey, gaucho. Any ideas where we can round up the stolen Egyptian Senate table? This place looks kind of deserted.
And so
Check out that flag on the wall. That's definitely not Argentina's flag. How strange. I bet my database could help us figure out which country it's from.
An old newspaper article. And did you read it? I've gotta update my journal.
So, someone besides us has been here recently.
Jules, Hawkins,
Nope.
where is that business card from again? It
I meant to press back and then go over here.
Operation was successful. Vial security level Alpha 1. Monitor Acme 1 and 2 and report. Codename Hielo. Red Lady 1 out.
I just love finding these things. Sounds like Vial agents may be watching us, though. And what does that code name mean?
Hielo. It's a Spanish word. It might be something to do with Spain or even Argentina, since they speak Spanish here too. But it's the meaning of the word that's puzzling me. I need to make a note here in my journal.
Why? What does it mean?
Hielo means ice.
Okay,
You know, it kind of irks me that we're not allowed to run our electronic gadgets during takeoff or landing.
Life is rough.
Beneath the surface of this placid scene are clues to an international conspiracy.
Let's just focus on where Carmen would hide if she were here.
These Egyptian hieroglyphs look like they formed some kind of puzzle.
You're right. Let's follow these instructions and see what happens.
My hunch is that we'll need to find the exact matches for these symbols on the clue and in the right order.
oh, it's on that one.
In all honesty, no state is very well prepared for something that rarely happens. However, I will argue that states in the middle of the quote-unquote, states in the
An electronic clue behind ancient hieroglyphs? Obviously, this was put here recently.
And that design links it to Carmen Sandiego. Yeehaw!
This is why we go to Spain.
Now, Madrid's the capital of Spain, and we're not even going there this time?
Not this time. We're flying into Granada. Keep your eyes open for the Rock of Gibraltar. You'll be sorry if you miss it.
What's so special about a big limestone rock?
This is a huge limestone formation. It sits in the Strait of Gibraltar, the narrow entrance to the Mediterranean Sea which separates Europe from Africa. You can deduce that it's a fairly important chunk of real estate. Comprende, amigo? The chief said this villa had been rented by a vial agent recently. We need to keep our eyes open for a clue as to where that Senmut table might be stashed.
Yeah, this is some fancy place. And isn't that big building over there the Alhambra? Magnificent!
Well, did you know this fact, Mr. Trivia? There's an unusual carving at the gate of the Alhambra of a hand and a key. According to Washington Irving's tale, the hand will one day reach down and grab the key. Then the earth will open and the hidden treasure will be found.
Washington Irving? The Legend of Sleepy Hollow author?
That's right, Hawkins.
Looks like we interrupted someone's game of chess. Check it out.
Giant-sized. And look, there's that wheel design again.
I'll take a photo of this. Whenever we see that design, Carmen Sandiego is definitely involved.
Wait a minute. This isn't just the design. Take a closer look.
Wow, I didn't notice. These look like drawings of the items Carmen's been stealing. At least 5 of them look familiar. Let's call the chief and see if she has any information on this villa.
The villa? As a matter of fact, I've looked into it further. It once belonged to a reclusive Portuguese explorer. No one knows much about him, but there's a legend that he had a great treasure.
That diary page we got in Thailand. Do you suppose it could be the same explorer?
My intuition tells me that explorer, the wheel design, and a great treasure are all connected. Now, why would Carmen want the gems from these things? And are the other 2 items on her list?
Well, I say you'd better note all that in your journal, regardless of what your intuition tells you.
Now let's go to Antarctica.
I was just reading how at one point the UK, Norway, Chile, Argentina, Australia, New Zealand, and France all had overlapping claims to portions of Antarctica.
Right. And then they all agreed not to press those claims and signed the Antarctic Treaty, stating that Antarctica can only be used for peaceful and scientific purposes.
Maybe that trend will catch on with the rest of the world.
Let's hope. I still can't get over this place. And I thought Quebec was cold.
Ah, but there's more than just meets the eye. It's thought that large reserves of oil lie around the coast, and there's definitely coal underground in some places.
Well, I tell you, they need all the fuel reserves they can get around here. Because it's cold. And where is everyone?
This place does seem deserted. Strange. Looks like a key might have fallen out of the storage unit. But how on earth can we find it in all this snow and ice? This is quite a find. It seems to be part of a journal. Something tells me it may belong to someone we're quite familiar with already.
Ms. You-Know-Who? Well, she's definitely been here then. We're still on the right track. This beacon might turn on a signal somewhere, but we don't know the frequency to set it to.
Jules, Hawkins, where is that business card from again?
Boy, Argentina has amazingly varied climates.
And such a variety of wildlife as a result. Everything from penguins to monkeys.
Can't be a lot of countries with both penguins and monkeys. The Pampas is so peaceful. Nothing at all like Argentina's capital city of Buenos Aires. Quite a bustling place.
Well, if I had my way, we'd spend a day or two climbing the Andes Mountains. Did you know that there are 30 peaks higher than 20,000 feet?
Pretty sure that's Australia. So let's head to
It always blows my mind to think that back in the days of colonialism, like, 1770? Someone like Captain James Cook could just sail to Australia and claim the whole East Coast for Britain.
I know. Australia only won independence in 1901.
Apparently, the government is finally now working to help the native Aboriginal peoples regain title to some of their lands.
Hey, all right. This part of Australia is a happening kind of place. Sailing, soccer, restaurants, you name it.
A lot of Australians must agree with you, because more than 80% of them live here on the southeast coast, in cities like Sydney or Canberra, the capital. Most of the rest of Australia is desert.
Well, I want to take a look around this souvenir shop a bit. Maybe I can find a memento to take back to the States.
Who knows? We may even pick up a clue or two.
Oh no, I'm saying that they knock out water, they knock out power lines.
Someone's been doodling here, and look what was on that person's mind.
All solved except for that one word.
That specific level of distraction.
From the looks of this clue, I'll bet we can find the answer somewhere around here. Let's hang on to it.
Yes, no, I'm not going to disagree with that.
The famous Sydney Opera House was designed to resemble the sails of a ship. Carmen and I saw a performance there once. Unforgettable.
Cool. Rocks. One of the reasons Australia is prosperous is its large deposits of coal, iron ore, gold, and other minerals. Do you think I should get some for the folks back home?
Why don't you shop around some more? A didgeridoo.
A didgeridoo what?
Didgeridoo. It's an Aboriginal musical instrument.
Australia is called the land down under because it's below the equator. It's the only country in the world to occupy an entire continent. Pretty cool, huh, Jules?
Kangaroos, like wallabies, koalas, and wombats, are marsupials, carrying their young in a pouch.
See? See? I'm not the only one who carries things in my pockets. Hey, I know what that is. Boomerangs are used by some Aborigines for hunting.
On a scale of, like, individual preparedness, you kind of, like, for two entirely separate storm categories that arguably, yes, do hit under two entirely different scales as far as destructive power goes.
Oh, platypus.
On an individual level, it's the same.
The Australian platypus is certainly unique for a mammal. Not only does it have a beak and webbed feet, it lays eggs. Oh, and I just remembered. The male has poisonous spurs behind each ankle.
That's it.
Mr. Trivia does it again. The solution to the missing word in the crossword puzzle. I'll jot down that word.
Because... Oh, yeah. Well,
Okay. How's that supposed to help me?
but...
Jules,
You know,
Hawkins, where is that business card from again?
On it all because,
It
like,
may be the missing piece of the puzzle you've been looking for.
like, we're talking
Okay,
about...
let's go back.
I
to
wonder
my
which
computer.
autopilot system they've got on this rig. What do you think?
Not sure, although it's probably turned off now. We're getting ready to land.
If we find a clue, I'll store it in my vest for safekeeping.
Right. Anything could be important for us.
Like, I would argue that...
Argentinian cowboys, or gauchos, work the estancia, the ranch. Their work includes training new horses and tending...
We would be able to handle it just fine.
Curious. The Alhambra, eh? It's not in Argentina, that's for sure. Maybe the database could help.
Good eyes, Hawkins. I'll note it in my journal.
How do you spell that? Spain. Back to Spain.
Spain is such a wonderful place. 3-hour lunches and a siesta in the sun afterward.
Yeah, I second that. Right now, I could go for a plate of paella. All that seafood, rice, and garlic. And of course, a nap.
Agent Hawkins reporting from Spain. Initiating capture strategy 805A. Carmen Sandiego's gonna mess up. Just once, and I'll be the one to get her when she does.
Capture strategy, what? Come on, Hawkins, think.
Look, you can sit and ponder the evidence till your hair turns gray, Jules. We'll see who gets Carmen first.
We're a team, rookie, whether we like it or not. You just remember that.
Or like spike swirly air. Or you launch your teeth out as high projectiles.
Spanish oranges are famous, of course. But you'll also find other citrus fruits, not to mention grapes and olives growing around here. I love all the beautiful art and architecture in Spain. Many countries in the world reflect the Spanish influence, from when Spain was a world power in the 16th and 17th centuries. Spanish oranges are famous, of course, but you'll...
The Moors built the Alhambra in the...
Okay, back to Argentina.
In case you didn't realize it, you're looking a little green. What clues might be hidden here?
Fewer people live in the northern part of Argentina. There's probably not a regular supply of water in the Gran Chaco, but it sure is beautiful. Buenos Aires, the capital of Argentina. You been there, Jules?
A long time ago. I remember driving on the Avenida Nueva de Julio, supposed to be the widest avenue in the world.
Okay, that's no... Aha.
Let's call this number and see who we get.
Yes, can I help you?
Yes. Hi. You don't know us, but we're detectives from Acme on official business. Any idea why a Vile agent would have your business card? We found it in Egypt, of all places.
Well, this is interesting. Carmen Sandiego, she's the head of Vile, right? She contacted me a few years ago about a base I helped build in Antarctica. Before I retired here, I was a contractor working on scientific installations.
Oh, really?
Even stranger. Last night someone stole the plans for the underground vaults near the base. They're for the storage of dangerous chemicals and such.
How would we find those vaults?
They're quite a distance from the base, but there's a beacon at the base camp that turns on a signal at the vault. Here, write down the frequency you need to set it to. 857.
Thank you. You've been really helpful.
Sure thing. Anytime. Goodbye.
Yes, we got some great info from him. 857, huh?
Uh-huh. But this may sound strange. I had a bad feeling about him, Hawkins. He was almost too helpful.
Nah, really? Well, we'll keep our eyes open. What do you think, Chief?
I trust Jules' intuition. It's not often that she's wrong. Keep following Carmen Sandiego's trail. I'll get another agent to look into your rancher friend. Chief, over and out.
Okay, now to Antarctica.
You know, I had no idea that Antarctica was as large as it is. It's 1/10 of the world's land.
That's big.
Really big.
Really, really big. Wow, all this snow. If it weren't for chasing Carmen, I'd hit the slopes. I packed my board.
You'd be snowboarding the Earth's largest desert.
Genuinely
Yes,
feel
and
that
snowfall on
it's a
Antarctica's
situation
highest
where
plateau is
Ale's
equal to the
girlfriend is
rainfall in
accepting.
Africa's Sahara Desert. Not a lot. Looks like a key might have fallen out of the storage unit. But how on earth can we find it in all this snow and ice?
Wait, no, it's not.
Hey, check out that cool transmitter over there by the window and...
Look, look, at the window. Who is that?
What on earth? Quick, after them!
Oh no, we're locked in.
Don't worry about that. I'm prepared for any emergency. I thought I had it. Now, where did I put my refluxing lock disengager? Where'd you get that?
N424 electrosonifier. Standard Acme issue.
Now, where did they go? Looks like they hightailed it out of here. We need to figure out where they went. Maybe that transmitter inside can help.
But how did they know we'd be here? Wait, that rancher from Argentina. I told you he was up to no good. Okay, let's see if we can input the correct frequency.
That's it! We can home in on that signal. Aw, cool! You'll never guess what this is.
No, let me guess. An Acme 5XQ3 Turbo What's-It with an X-ray tweeter.
Do I detect a note of sarcasm in your voice, Jules? Actually, it's an Acme MV24 molecular scanner. But what's it doing here? Chief?
Very interesting, Hawkins. Security mentioned the theft of one of those from our operative in Buenos Aires. Hang on to it. It may prove useful.
Looks like a key might have fallen out of the storage unit.
I know it's somewhere near the barrel. Maybe it's near this box. Here it is.
Found something! My super spy instincts tell me that this may be useful.
My, what keen instincts you have. A useful key, huh?
Okay,
The key must fit the snowmobile. Climb on. Let's follow the signal and go find those vaults.
as long as you know how to drive this thing.
There's a first time for everything, Hawkins. Hang on. Wow, this looks like some kind of crazy lock scheme.
Yeah, it's got Carmen Sandiego's name all over it.
Well, let's see if we can figure it out. It looks like we've got all the pieces we need.
Yeah, to set the number on the lock for the letter P in platypus, it looks like we need to find the letter P at the bottom of the chessboard, and then look at which row the chess piece is in.
Oh, god darn it. There we go.
Hey, this is quite a place. It's actually a bit warmer down here than on the surface.
Shh. Let's keep our eyes peeled and our ears open. Carmen could be down here too.
This could get to be quite a maze.
We're not lost yet. That stolen item's got to be around here somewhere.
You're sure we're not lost?
Trust me.
It's here! But where's Carmen Sandiego? I thought we'd find her for sure.
But we found the Senate table, and that's quite a catch. And we know that it's part of a greater treasure.
And just as we expected, there's the wheel design. Look, no gem.
Good. You're really working together on this. I think you're on to something with that explorer. Carmen Sandiego's after a bigger treasure for sure. I've had another call, and
don't tell me. Carmen's stolen something round and valuable. I remember the image from the villa near Alhambra.
you're right, Jules. You always did have a good sense about these things. It's an Aztec calendar. Circular, like you described, with a series of beautifully decorated rings and...
And I hate to break up this little party, but I just couldn't resist. So you managed to escape my little trap at the base camp. I'm impressed, Jules. You and Mr. Hawkins are working together better than I thought you would. And you learned a little something at the villa, didn't you? But don't get cocky. There's so much more you don't know. See you around. Ciao.
She did it again! You've got to stop her. Perhaps the best way to spoil her fun is to find that Aztec calendar. A vile airplane was tracked flying over the Congo and then disappeared from radar. We lost the signal over the Ituri rainforest. I want you two to get over there pronto. Over and out.
Good. Somewhere tropical. I'm freezing. Let's go. I hate to admit it, but I get nervous flying over all this rainforest. How long before we reach the capital at Kinshasa?
Well, even though we can see the Congo River out the window already, it could still be quite a ways. It's the second longest river in Africa, running right through the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Whoa. Looks like our vile friend had a little accident. Not my idea of fun, crashing into one of the world's thickest rainforests. But no one's here now as far as I can see.
You're right, but that campfire can't have been out for very long. We better watch our step. If we're right, finding that Aztec calendar is crucial to putting a wrench in Carmen's plans.
Okay. And that's all we'll do for today. Talk to you later.